the solutions of Friday's homework. So I had asked you to do questions 1 and 2, but only parts A to E, because all we had learned was how to write very big numbers in scientific notation. So let's go through these nice and quickly. A, 5,300. B, 175,000. C, 24,000. D, 235 million. E, 7,376,000. So the question didn't specify a number of decimal places, but the default in maths is always to use 2 decimal places. So we're going to write this as 5.3 or 5.30 if you prefer, multiplied by, I have 3 spaces after the decimal point, multiplied by 10 to the power of 3. This one, my decimal point always goes after the first digit, and then I count up these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1.75 by 10 to the power of 5. This one, the decimal point after the first digit always, count up the rest, we have 4. So this is 2.4 or 2.40 by 10 to the power of 4. Decimal point after the first digit, and I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 2.35 by 10 to the power of 8. And here I'm going to be doing some rounding. I'll round up. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces after my decimal point. 7.38 by 10 to the power of 6. Now, because they didn't specify, this is also correct. 3.76 by 10 to the power of 6. And that's 3 decimal places. So exactly the same thing, but to 3 decimal places instead. Both are correct. The question didn't specify how many decimal places, but you'll always get your marks if you go to 2 decimal places. Question 2 then was going in the opposite direction. So for part A, we had 4 by 10 to the power of 5. B, 1.6 by 10 to the power of 7. C, 5.4 by 10 to the power of 3. D, 8.2 by 10 to the power of 6. And E, 9.4 by 10 to the power of 2. Now, hopefully you were able to work these out, because you know 10 to the power of 5 means multiply by 1 with 5 zeros afterwards. So that's going to be 4 with 5 zeros afterwards. 400,000. But I want to show you that you can actually do this in your calculator as well. So 4, and if you have the Casio calculator, it's down here as a shortcut. So 4 by 10 to the power of, and you just put in the number there, 10 to the power of 5, 400,000. Okay, so that's nice and quick. If you want to, you can always do this. This will be 1.6 by 1 with 7 zeros afterwards. So that's going to be 16 and then another 6 zeros. But you can use the calculator as well, although it doesn't put in commas. So 1.6 by 10 to the power of 7. 16 and then 6 zeros afterwards. This one will be 5.4 by 1000. So that is 5400. This will be 8.2 by 1 million, 1 with 6 zeros afterwards. 8,200,000. Do use the calculator if you need to. 9.4 by 100, so 940. So working backwards and forwards with really big numbers in scientific notation.